I own the most beautiful bookstore in New York. Every morning, on my way to open my bookstore, I make sure I smile and greet all the faces I meet on the streets of New York. After a while, I had the chance to meet and fall in love with a millionaire who is handsome as Tom Hanks. All that happened while I was sitting on a couch watching You've Got Mail with my mother, who's a big fan of American movies. I've grown up watching American movies. I loved American movies. I imagined myself in those places, talking to these people, and in many times being the character of a movie. I was fascinated by the freedom they had to determine their own lives. Their lives mattered. But the truth was, I was living in a place that have been suffering and going through years and long years of discrimination and denial of our human rights and restrictions of movements. As a little girl, I've always wanted to visit the beautiful city of Akka and watch and walk the beaches with my family and my friends. But I was unable to do that because as a Palestinian, I was not allowed to do that. Life will not provide us with the perfect conditions for us to achieve our dreams. In many times, it will make it as hard as possible for us. But that's when opportunities come along. Once, my uncle visited us, and he told me about this exchange program that is offered by Ahmed East, where I get to spend 10 months in the United States. I knew that was my opportunity. I knew that was my ticket to live my imaginations. I applied, and after a while, I got a call from Ahmed East, and they invited me for an interview. I was very excited. I was jumping all over the place, telling everyone about my interview. I had this small dictionary, and I memorized every single word in that dictionary, preparing for my interview. When the day of the interview came, I got up in the morning, got ready. My mother and I visited the Ahmed East office in my city. I remember walking in, and I saw two people on their desks with their formal suits, and I approached one of them, and I told him, I have an interview today. I'm interviewing for the YES program. And he looked at me and said, you're in the wrong place. The interviews are in Ramallah. I live in South Palestine, and Ramallah is in the north. Well, normally you would just get into your car and drive as fast as you can to get to your interview. But that was not the case for me. At that time, cities were closed. They were surrounded by Israeli forces. The roads were all filled with roadblocks and checkpoints where people were not and prevented from moving from one place to another. I was very disappointed. I walked outside with my mother, and I walked in circles because I was very sad. I didn't know what to do. Others would just go home. I had two choices at that point. Either I take this dangerous journey and make it to Ramallah to my interview, or I go back. Having all these thoughts and ideas in my head that it would be dangerous to go this journey because cities were closed, and I've always been hearing stories of people getting shot, women having them delivering their babies on the checkpoints. I was very disappointed. My mother, trying to comfort me, she said, it's okay, sweetie, don't be sad. You'll try for it another time. Maybe in the future you'll have another chance. And think of the possibility that they might not select you. I knew that possibility existed, but I wanted to give myself a chance. I really wanted to do this. I decided I will take on this journey. I decided I will make it to my interview. Soon after, we were dropped off near a checkpoint. I remember long tunnels, small tunnels of metal bars, a lot of people in the line. I see frustrated faces, tired, wondering, will they make it through to their destinations? Moving slowly, in silence. After an hour, we made it to the soldiers' cabinet. I remember two soldiers, tall soldiers, with the military uniforms and big machine guns on their shoulders, and their suspicious eyes with cold voices. Where are you from? I need your IDs. Where are you going? Why are you going? I was very afraid that they will return us back. I was very afraid I will lose my chance. After some time, they let us through. But that was not it. It was late December. It was very cold. It was raining. We had to walk long distances to get to our destinations because the roads were filled with stone blocks to prevent the cars from picking us up, to make it hard for us to move and step forward to our destinations. But we had to do it. I remember children, old men and old women, having a hard time crossing through and walking the roads, muddy roads, climbing these stones and blocks, trying to make it through between the blocks. After 4 hours of muddy journey, dangerous journey, finally I have made it to the Imad East office in Ramallah. I remember walking in and seeing all the other students. I was approaching everyone. I was talking to everyone. I was very, very happy, asking them, can I see your notebook? How was your interview? What did they ask you? What did you prepare for the interview? I actually remember this one student who got really intimidated by my enthusiastic, and he actually took steps back away from me. I was all over the place. 6 months later, I was walking the beaches with my American friend in Newport, Oregon State. Surrounded by a bonfire, it was sunset, cold breeze in our faces, and at that time we decided we're gonna run into the freezing ocean because we were crazy. We held hands, we ran as fast as we could, and once the cold water hit my feet, I knew it. I made it. I was there. My dreams are my fuel that guides me and moves me forward in my life. I know everyone in this room does have a dream. I want you to think of that dream. I want you to imagine yourself in that dream. And remember, within you, you have the strength, the passion, and the patience to reach the stars and change the world. Thank you.